What's going on, everybody? Cappers Nation Live, Friday, the 20th of December, game day edition. Glad to have everybody here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another day, another dollar, another Friday is here. Glad we get to put Thursday in the books. And you know what? Absolutely super excited for what we've got rolling today, guys. It is going to be a monster day. Boy, am I excited. Absolutely cannot wait for what we've got rolling today. Game of the week, UFC late tonight. We're going to talk about all of that here in a little bit, and it's just going to be an absolute fantastic time, let me tell you. Glad to have everybody here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brian, Nick, Anthony, Matthew, Robert S., Michael Stretch, what's going on? Joe in the house. Everybody else tuning in with us. Glad to have all of you guys with us. Make this a great show. We're going to touch on some college football, college basketball, the good, the bad, the ugly of yesterday. We're going to get it all, folks. We're going to get it all. It has been a long day already. Game of the week today, guaranteed Saturday tomorrow. NFL game of the year on Sunday. Christmas next week. It is absolutely busy, let me tell you. And I was in the office at 4 o'clock this morning. So to you East Coasters who texted me at 5 o'clock in the morning, my time, 8 your time, or hell, even 7 your time, I was in the office. I was in the office. You guys didn't give me a rise and shine wake-up call this year. The early bird gets the worm. Joe, they definitely had a rough 53 minutes. Definitely made a great attempt at making a comeback. And it's like they decided just to turn on the gas, and they didn't do what they should have done the entire game. Can you imagine the way they played the last 7 minutes of the game? If they would have played that way the entire time, they definitely... I think we would have had a different outcome. But again, you can't play 7 minutes. You cannot play lights out for 7 minutes against a quality opponent and expect to win or expect to even cover the spread, that's for sure. So they bit us yesterday, but it's okay. We'll bounce back strong today. Couple tough ones yesterday, couple leans yesterday, tough ones. Texas State looking like they were going to get the job done for us on a lean for the live show, and they just didn't. Giving it up late. Houston was a good one. The under 128, barely missing there. Then obviously the Duke and Wofford game. Duke covering the 17.5. Yesterday, leans on the show went 3-3. Our first non-profitable day in a while. Hey, you thought you were watching a Virginia game. Absolutely. Who dat, Bob? Good morning, good afternoon to you. Fresh Cabal R45 in the house. What's going on, my brother? Raymond tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Rough day yesterday on the free plays, with the exception of the prop at plus 120. That one was a nice one. That one was the only winner that I gave you guys as far as free plays yesterday went. We're going to go over everything here. We'll do a full recap in just a second. Yeah, Hillbilly Cool. We're going to blame it on her. We're definitely going to blame it on her. We're going to blame it on somebody, right? Can't blame it on me, that's for sure. I don't want to take the blame. Tito, what's going on, buddy? Neverez, good morning. If you guys are on my personal plays, they have already been sent as soon as possible. If you did not get my personal plays and you're on them, definitely reach out to me like ASAP. Everything definitely had the making of a solid day yesterday, and then things just took a turn for the worse. Let's start with the free plays yesterday. We gave you guys 3 free plays yesterday. The Golden Knights yesterday, our daily free consensus play, down 2-0, then down 2-1, then down 3-1, then they tie it up 3-3. Then they're down 4-3. Then they tie it up 4-4. They go to overtime and they lose in overtime to the Canucks. That one sucked. Obviously, Maryland shit in the bed yesterday. We already talked about that one, so we dropped that one. That was a premium play. And then I gave you guys that big prop bet. Nice little prop. Duke first 5 minutes over 9.5 plus 120. That was plus 120. Dog action. Derek, I appreciate that. We also, what happened was, and we're going to talk about the Duke game here in a minute, because not only do we hit our prop on it, I hit the lean on it, Duke laying the 17.5, but I also hit the under on it. But I know some people kind of got toasted on the under because that line dropped, rapidly. Yesterday I texted out my plays super early in the morning. When I texted out my plays, Duke actually, the line just came out and it was over and under 146. Obviously, that was a bad line. Not bad for us because I bet it, and I know a lot of people bet it that were on my personal plays. But I know as we bet it, that line dropped like a rock. That's why I gave out a disclaimer in yesterday's text message that read, Lions will be moving, so bet sooner the better, because I knew that Duke game would be moving fast and by an extreme amount. So I won on it. I know most people won on it. I know that line dropped. I know a lot of people got 143.5 when I texted it out, because it literally went from 146 to 145 to 144 to 143.5 in about 20 minutes. And I know some people got hosed at 141. So those guys, that part stunk on it. But we took the under on it, cashed that one. If everybody bought it up, they'd cash as well. Or a push, hopefully. But I cashed it under 146. I actually bet it twice at 146 and 145 on the under. So we cashed that one. So yeah, the Duke game, we called both sides in total, as well as the first 5 minutes. So free plays ended up going 1 and 2 on the day. We hit the plus 120 prop. Other than that, that sucked. Premium plays. What a heartbreaker in that Utah Jazz game. Had the Utah Jazz laying 6 against Atlanta. They end up pulling away at the end and winning by 5. That was a tough one right there. Obviously, Maryland, and then we had Georgia State on the money line, which was the winner. So premium plays in a little bit of a slump, but everybody knows our bounce backs are absolutely monstrous. So that's exactly what we're expecting today. We're expecting a nice big monster bounce back day for not only our premium plays, but my personal plays as well. And it's sad to report, but my personal plays are going to need a big monster bounce back day today, because we're going to talk about that. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm actually sending out our email alert letting everybody know that we are live. Let everybody know that we are live, and then we'll get to the rest of the breakdown real quick. Okay, got the breakdown rolling out. Andre, it's going out right now, brother. I'm a little late to it. I jumped into the recap. NHL package started out on fire. Islanders plus 170 on the money line winner, beating Boston in overtime, or excuse me, shootout. They were down, tied it, and actually down, tied it, went ahead, let Boston tie it up, went to OT, and then ended up winning in a shootout, a plus 170 dog. So we hammered that one. Then we dropped the Kings over 5.5. That one stunk it up. And then obviously we talked about Vegas already in playing from behind the entire game against Vancouver, tied it up twice, and ended up losing it in OT. Now for my personal plays, obviously we discussed the Duke under 146 when that line came out. William and Mary, we fell for that trap. They played absolutely just horrendous against St. Joseph's. I had the Lakers when we gave them out. They're plus 4.5. Down big, ended up battling back, and didn't cover the spread for us either way. And then obviously the Brooklyn Nets plus 3, winning pretty much the entire game, and then falling late to the Spurs. Spurs got the best of them late, so we dropped that one. Now, so that was pretty much, the and the ugly. Now, for the good yesterday, the prop package. For everybody that was on the prop package, fantastic day for everybody on props yesterday. We gave out 5 props to everybody that's on the prop package. And again, to be on the prop package, you actually have to get on the bowl package. As of right now, the only way to get on the prop package is you have to be part of the bowl package. All right? Our bowl package officially starts tomorrow, so you have plenty of time to get on board it. Not only are you going to get the bowl package, which includes a minimum of 20 college bowl selections. You may get 20, you may get 27. There is no set number. So you're going to get the college bowl selections, minimum of 20. You get that 70% guarantee. So what that means is you win. You have a 70% or better win rate, or you're going to get a week of premium plays on the house. So for just basic math purposes, if you get the minimum of 20 games, it means you have to go 14-6 or better, or you get a week of premium plays. 14-6 is 70%. So if you went 13-7, you make a boatload of money. You're happy, and you get a week of premium plays on the house. Now, everybody that signs up for the bowl package, you're also going to get 3 days of our prop package. You're also going to get 2 days of our soccer club, and there's a soccer pick today. So if you're on our bowl package, log in. There's a soccer pick for today. You're going to get 2 days of our soccer club, and you're also going to get FC's UFC fight pick for Saturday absolutely free. Now, if you sign up tomorrow morning, you're not going to get a max fight pick. Okay, that'll already have gone and expired. That max fight pick is only for this event. Okay. And we're going to talk about the UFC here in just a minute, because there's some stuff that you guys need to know about the UFC for this weekend, okay? So that way you don't miss out. All that's $199. Super easy $199 for what you get. You're going to make your money back on just props. All right, props yesterday went 4-1. Let's start with our only loser. We had Bogdanovich over 22.5 total points yesterday. He ended up with 19. With an entire quarter to go, we needed 3 points, and he couldn't put up 4 points in the entire fourth quarter, plus some time left in the third. We just needed 2 buckets by him, and we couldn't get it. That was the only loser. All right. Now that one was minus 115, because I know there's some props that are high juice. We usually don't give those out. All right. So listen to some of these ones that we gave out to all of our clients. Trae Young, total points over 27.5. It took that little 3 at the end. Actually, it was a big 3 for us. Hold on one second, Brian. Brian, do me a favor. Send me an email on that one. I'll take a look at it while we're live. Do me a favor. Send me an email on that. What you have the line at, because I think you must be looking at the wrong thing if you're looking at the max fight pick. So back to the props. back to the props. So we did hit the Trae Young one. The Trae Young prop was minus 105, which was a nice prop. Nice prop to hit. We also hit LeBron James over 8.5 rebounds. All right, LeBron James over 8.5 rebounds. That was a nice one. That was a nice one, no doubt about it. And then we had two individual team total props. The first one was the one I gave you guys for free. Duke over 9.5 points in the first 5 minutes. That was plus 120. Oh, and the LeBron James prop was minus 105. The Duke prop was plus 120. And we also gave out the NC State and Auburn. We gave out NC State first 5 over 8.5. Oh, sorry, that was the one I gave you guys for free. Sorry, the Duke one was not the free one. We took over 9.5 minus 135 for the Duke. Excuse me, got the free one and the other one mixed up. So we had those two props. So overall yesterday, props went 4-1. Fantastic day on the props. Fantastic day on the props. Fast Freddy said you hit the rebound and hit the NC State first 5. Very nice. Eternal says, fired a couple G's on the game of the year. Same with the Max Fight pick. Let's go. It's going to be a great time, guys. Absolutely. Ed AG, what's good? Marcus, Aaron, Andre, Danny D-Rock, Tito, everybody else. Shapendi, Fast Freddy in the house. Everybody else that I missed. William, good morning. Tuning in via text. So props were great yesterday. And remember, if you want to be on board our props, if you want the props, now, I don't know what we're going to have for today, just props. I will tell you this, there's no props on that first football game. All right, there's no props on that first football game. But if we have props today, we're not going to have props every single day. But when we have them, you're going to have big, nice little wins like we did yesterday. Now, I did something fun with my props. You guys know I usually, fire pretty good on them, but I want to show you guys what I did because I had a little fun on the props. I'll show you one of them because I took a screenshot of one. The other one that I did the exact same thing, but I flipped a player around. I ended up losing on, but this was the one winner. So what I did was I bet all the individual team totals for 500 to win 500 to win 500 on one and risk 500 on the plus 120. So I made my money on that. The other props I bet $300 on. The player props I put $300 on all of them, all three of them. And then what I did is I did a fun little parlay. Matter of fact, I did 2 parlays for fun. Yeah, I parlayed some props, but I knew our props were going to have a great day and wanted to capitalize on it. So hold on one second. That was the wrong screenshot. Hold on one second. I don't know why I can't find it. Okay, so here we go. So I did this. So take a look at this, guys. This is actually really cool. And you guys may look at doing this for a little bit smaller because the one prop was plus money. Okay, because the one prop was plus money. What happened was I did two parlays. 2 parlays for $200 each. Two parlays for $200 each, except Bogdanovich and Trae Young were playing in the same game, so 5 dimes doesn't allow you to parlay them in the same parlay. So I made 2 individual 4 teams. What I wanted to do was do a 5 team, so I got blessed that they wouldn't allow me to parlay them in the same one. If they would have, I would have lost. So I did a parlay with the Duke first 5, which was, the minus 135, the worst odds that we gave out. The NC State plus 120. The Trae Young over 27.5, minus 105. And then the LeBron James rebounds, minus 105. I risked 200. It paid 20 $719. I did another $200 parlay on the exact same thing and substituted out Trey Young with the Bogdanovich one. Hold on one second, folks. Cappers Direct. Good morning, sir. Okay, is this Maximo? Oh, hey, buddy, how are you? What you need to do? What you need to do is you need to the bowl package is online. There's no bowl games. The bowl package is officially going to start tomorrow, but you have you have access to the soccer play right now. The soccer game goes off in 2 hours. So if you're going to if you're using your phone or a mobile device, make sure you turn it sideways, and then scroll down right by your username. Look for that little box that has 4 windows in it, and then click on that little box. And then that'll take you to your members dashboard area, and you can cycle back and forth, and you can see the soccer package or the soccer play for today. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. Stretch, thank you, sir, for jumping on board the UFC. John, I see you just jumped on board the week of my personal play package. Give me 1 second. I'm going to send those to you as well. You got my personal plays for a week as well as my game of the week, as well as guaranteed Saturday, as well as the NFL game of the year. So hang on 1 second, bud. I'll text you my personal plays. Give me 1 second, folks. And John, if you're in here watching, do me a favor. Just confirm that you got them, and then we can chit-chat if you have any questions after the live show, if you're here in the live chat. So, Tin, thank you, sir, for jumping on board. My game of the week today. Game of the week, guys, you have an hour and a half to get on board. Actually, less than an hour and a half. We're cutting the sign-up time. There's only 2 games today, so we're cutting the sign-up time at the very first game, all right? Levi, I see you just jumped on board. The same package as John. So I'm texting you my plays right now. Okay. So let me get off of this prop thing here. So that's what we did for the props yesterday. And I know I got a little greedy and threw some extra money on the props as well. Robert, thank you, sir, for jumping on board the bowl package. You have access to the soccer play as well as props, as well as FC's guaranteed max fight pick. Aaron, thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. I see that you just did that as well. Anna, thank you for jumping on board as well as Norman jumping on board the UFC fight package. Raymond, you got my game of the week today. Thank you, sir. All right, so let me get back to the live chat here. So that's the recap of what we did yesterday. Toby, teach your kids to practice free throws. I know, right? Brian, you found him? Okay, great. Okay, great. So that's what I did on the props yesterday. We should have some props out later today. Props will be coming out later today. There's no props on the first football game, so don't worry, you're not missing anything with that. But first, let's talk about UFC Fight Night 165 tonight, what you guys need to know. Going to be an absolute amazing, amazing card. The only problem, and it's not a problem, but the only problem is it takes place when most of us are going to be sleeping. So I don't want any of you that are wanting to bet the UFC and make money betting the UFC, because today is a money-making card. All right? There's a money-making card that FC put out that you guys really don't want to miss out on. All right. The problem is it goes down at 2 a.m. Eastern time. It starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Hold on one second, folks. So, because this card goes down late tonight, early in the morning, I don't want you guys to miss it. So here's your public service announcement. UFC Fight Night 165 takes place in South Korea, Busan, South Korea. I've been there numerous times. All right. You need to be signed up. The package is already out. The fight picks are out. FC's Max Fight Pick is out. And let me tell you, FC has nailed down 8 straight max fight picks. He's technically 8-0-1 in the last 9. However, he's 8-0 in the last 8. He's won 8 straight max fight picks. He's not letting down today. That is a fact. That is a fact. I mean, he has been absolutely on fire with the max fight picks. He loves the card that he put out. All right, and you could take a look at some of the max fight picks that he had. The Nigerian Nightmare, Usman, minus 175. Aspen Ladd, minus 150. Kraus, Roberts, minus 150. Shababajan, minus 150. He did not have a max fight pick in UFC 162, so it's actually been 10 UFC events. Actually, 11 UFC events since his last loss. Maj minus 160, Askarov, which was a draw, Adesanya minus 115, Reyes minus 160. I mean, he has just put out some absolute stellar max fight picks. Guys, in his max fight pick, it's $25. You want a big game when you're sleeping? You want something you could put some money on while you're sleeping? Here you go. Here you go. You guys are going to be sleeping. I mean, I think the max fight pick goes down at 6 a.m. Eastern time, all right? Or 5 a.m. Eastern time, whatever time that fight goes down at. So I'll probably be up, preparing for the show, because I'm always up early on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. Most of you guys and gals will be sleeping, so you need to make sure that you do not miss out on his max fight pick. It's $25 guaranteed to win, or you get the next max fight pick free, and he has been absolutely on fire. Aaron will have all of that information out later today for Guaranteed Saturday. We'll have all of that information out for Guaranteed Saturday later today. We're just trying to get through Friday first. And speaking of Guaranteed Saturday, it'll actually be posted on the website within a couple of hours, I was told. So, but we'll announce the time. We'll announce all of that good detailed information as soon as we get through the live show in here in a little bit. So, but for everybody that doesn't know, Guaranteed Saturday is football again. All right, it is football. So you'll have a great opportunity to make some serious money between today and tomorrow afternoon. You've got my game of the week, FC's max fight pick, and Guaranteed Saturday. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. And then on Sunday, we just took it up a notch with our NFL game of the year. And then mix in what we do on the weekends for premium plays and my personal plays. And I'm going to be honest. Premium plays are due for a monster bounce back. You guys know how we do bounce backs here. You know how I do bounce backs on my personal plays. So if you guys were waiting to get on board, there's no better day to do it than right now. Because everybody knows what our bounce backs do, and how strong they are, and how productive they are, and how much money they put in everybody's pocket. So there's no better time to do it than right now. Oh, and also, FC's fight card for the entire UFC, it's on sale. For if you guys didn't know, it's on sale. It's $15 for the entire card. All right? It's $15 for the entire UFC card. It don't get any better than that. He's got it on sale for Christmas for you guys. It's $15. You get the entire fight card. You get all his write-ups. all his top fight picks, parlays, as well as them juicy write-ups. So it's always a great time when you're betting on his UFC. So it's just $15. I just posted a link to it. And again, everything for the UFC is posted. Max Fight Pick is posted. Fight picks are posted. All of that good stuff. It's already posted, locked, loaded, ready to go. Now, for everybody that's just tuning in, first of all, welcome. Everybody else tuning in, our new people tuning in. If you're new, take 1 second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Subscribe. When you're done with that, tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get those instant notifications that will notify you each and every single time we go live. You'll be notified. You want to be notified. That way you don't miss a beat. All right, and when you're done with that, please do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free winning plays 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's always a great time, guys. I love doing the shows, and we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep making things better for you guys. Hang on 1 second, folks. Okay. Okay, so, and again, for my game of the week, we're cutting off signups at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not telling you if it's the first game. I'm not telling you if it's the second game between Kent State and Utah State. Mike, I would imagine they'd have to post lines soon. If not, if you need a place to bet, the place that I always bet exclusively for my UFC, because they actually have the best lines when it comes to the UFC, is 5 Dimes. I just posted a link to 5 Dimes, guys. If you need a place to bet UFC, I'm telling you, it would behoove you to just throw a little cash in the 5 Dimes account, or a lot of cash, whatever you want to wager on, and absolutely make some money on it. Alex, welcome. Thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. But don't forget, my big game of the week is this week. Same one that you hammered last week, I believe. So, game of the week is today. You need to be signed up in the next hour and 18 minutes if you want to be on it. As Aaron just said, it's time to get a secondary book. Absolutely. As well as, those juicy props. I put out that prop yesterday. Oh, absolutely. They're we'll always take care of our clients, because things happen. The thing about sports betting is your number one key to being successful is being consistent. If you keep the bets consistent, you manage your bankroll properly, literally micromanage your bankroll with the way that we bet, the way that we pick our games, you will be successful long term. Everybody's going to have bad stretches. It doesn't matter if they're good, doesn't matter if they're bad. Everybody will have bad stretches. Brian, you do have access. Everybody should have access. Everything is up there. If you want to see it, remember, you have to turn your phone or your mobile device sideways. You need to scroll down by your username. Click that box that has 4 windows in it, Brian, and this goes for everybody. Click that little box that's got 4 windows in it. That's your dashboard button. So once you do that, scroll down. You'll be able to see the packages that you have access to, and you'll be able to cycle back and forth. Cameron, what's going on, sir? Cortland, absolutely guaranteed Saturday tomorrow. We're definitely going to pick up a nice big win. Mike Smith, great idea. Thanks, Kyle. And also, again, we will always take care of everybody. It doesn't matter, because we're going to have losing streaks. We're going to have win streaks. And we're going to have our little ups and downs, all right? But we will maximize our time on the win streaks, no doubt about it. We'll ride what's hot. We'll keep rolling with it. We win a hell of a lot more than we lose. And the way that we pick games and the way that we do things, our system is designed off of long-term success. And that's what it's about, is being consistent long term. Bobby Kyle just purchased the bowl package. Are we getting a bowl game picks for today? As far as the bowl package, Bobby, the bowl package does not officially start until tomorrow for the bowl games. However, you have access to our soccer pick, which we put out today. Because you purchased the bowl package, you get 2 days of our soccer club, you get 3 days of our prop package, and then you get the FC's max fight pick tonight for free. So as of right now, you'll be able to see the soccer pick that goes down in an hour and 45 minutes. You'll be able to see our props from yesterday. We haven't posted any props from today. The props for today, we don't have props every day, and soccer's not every day. But there is soccer today, there is soccer tomorrow. And tomorrow is a big soccer card. So for people that love soccer, you guys are in luck. But as far as the props go, there should be some props later today. They won't be posted for quite a while, so you'll have to check back. But you have access also to the max fight pick. All you have to do is just log in and be able to see them, and you'll be able to see the max fight pick. Mike, I don't agree with a unit system. I know FC uses a unit system for reference on how much you should bet his UFC for, and that's completely different because the way that you pick UFC, the odds, they're predominantly all money lines. Other even over and unders have a big money line on them. So what he does there is completely different than the way you pick on football, baseball, basketball, hockey. And I do not do a unit system. I do not do a star system. I do not agree with it. I think it's foolish. I think it's irresponsible. I think it's for people that try and have a big score for their clients so they'll buy another package. Because let's be honest, if I have you down, I could just be like, hey guys, take oh no, I know you're saying other cappers. No, I know you're not referencing us. But let's just say you were down, I could be like, oh, I got a 10-unit play. You got to go today. Because the people that do that are just hoping and praying that you hit, so that way you buy another package from them. And I could probably assure you they're probably not even betting their own games. So our system is designed off a long-term success of being consistent. Being consistent, keeping your bets consistent, betting the games that we give you, not missing them, and you'll be successful long-term. That's the only way to do it on our system. And it really is. It really is. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any other questions. Hillbilly, you're on the UFC. Absolutely. I did see that. Thank you for jumping on board. Thanks for jumping on board, Philip. Glad to have you, as well as Glenn. Glad to have you on board the Max Fight Pick as well. You guys are going to absolutely love what FC's put out in the UFC for this week. And again, you can get the card. So if you got and if you bought the Max Fight Pick, you can get the rest of the card. You can get that rest of that card for $15. And guys, FC puts in there, okay, this is very important. FC puts in his write-up, and this changes from week to week, so you have to read it, all right? You have to read it. He puts in the beginning of the UFC package, how to bet the UFC. He gives you detailed instructions how he doesn't use a unit system. But it's just to gauge how he bets the UFC. So if he says bet to win 2 units or bet this for that, bet this for that, he doesn't do a star unit system. He's just showing you how to basically take advantage of a top fight pick, which is bigger than a fight pick, which is bigger than a strong lean, which is bigger than an underdog lean for a half a unit. So he just does that for reference to people, so that way you guys could understand the terminology and how to be successful betting the UFC. And Justin, 7 units, Buffalo 6. I love it. I love it. So, especially when it comes to the UFC, read that how-to, because he gives out exact specifics. Eternal says, love FC's approach to betting the UFC, especially his parlays. Genius approach for fighters laying big juice. No doubt about it. 100%. And, that's the reason why he's so successful betting the UFC, and generally speaking, because, he's human too. Trust me, the guy's like a robot anyways. And, I mean, he's just like a computer clockwork with his UFC stuff. He travels to all the fight camps. He knows the fighters, knows the trainers. He's over in Busan. He was there on Tuesday. So he's already been there for a couple of days. He's there for, to watch the weight cuts, to get the scoop on the stuff that generally you wouldn't have access to. Even if you're on MMA Junkie and all that stuff, you wouldn't have access to. So, and they don't report the stuff generally that is pertained, to betting wise. So, and he's our man for that. And I mean, yeah, he's like a robot, but what I'm getting at is, he's human too. Deep down inside that computer core of his, he's human. He makes mistakes, so as long as you remain consistent and you bet his system and you follow the how-to, you'll be way successful. Way successful. What's going on, Chuck? Thanks for joining us. Chuck. Well, we'll call it a slam dunk when it's done, but the big question is, Chuck, it's time for you to get on board my game of the week. Not just sitting on the sidelines. Sitting on the sidelines is never fun, Chuck, as well as for everybody else. And remember, we're cutting off signups in an hour and 9 minutes. In an hour and 9 minutes, we're cutting off the signups for the game of the week. Okay, it's one of the 2 bowl games. Now, you did hammer our college football game of the year, Chuck. I do remember that. You should have made a killing on that easy blowout winner, and you could do the same here. Raul, thank you, sir. I see you jumped on board not only my game of the week, but as well as our big NFL game of the year. So thank you. Thanks, brother, for jumping on board that. And guys, remember, Guaranteed Saturday, we'll also be posting that later today for tomorrow. And I mean, it don't get better than having the 3 big ones Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because it just means money, money, money. So a lot of barbershop talk today, a lot of taking care of people's packages and answering questions during the live chat, which I absolutely love doing. But obviously, I know the bulk of you are here for the breakdowns. Aaron, text me in the morning or send me an email, and I'll keep an eye on the lines. Because I'm keeping an eye on the lines, and I'll advise you tomorrow. Which, if you're not going to be here tomorrow, each book can change, and then I'll definitely let you know which one to go to. Yes, Brian, thank you as well. I know this was your first time buying the UFC fight package for $15, and most definitely, FC. And I'll be honest, sometimes they're long. They're 500 word write-ups on each fight. He puts in an absolute ton of time, and it's his passion. FC's passion is UFC. Mike Smith, do I have something that you can step out on? Most notably today, my game of the week. Any of the guaranteed games, step out on. Bobby, it's 2 separate purchases. The only combo package that we have that includes them would be the week. It's a week of premium plays or a week of my personal plays. It's $300, but you get the full week, because normally it's three days $99 for premium plays or my personal plays. So for $300, you get game of the week, game of the week, guaranteed Saturday, and game of the year, the NFL game of the year, and then a full week of either premium plays or personal plays. That's the only combo package that we have that includes the 2. So it's definitely going to be a good time. And again, everybody, for everybody that doesn't know, UFC tonight again, it starts at 2 a.m. on the East Coast, 11 p.m. on the West Coast. So 11 p.m. tonight. Tonight here in Vegas, 2 a.m. on the East Coast is the prelim fights. All right? And again, there's 13 fights, Darren. 13 fights. Amazing card. And again, if you guys need a place to bet, the props, these crazy prop bets that I give you guys that are exclusive to 5 Dimes, or you need a place to be able to bet the UFC, here you go. Five Dimes is the place to go. And because of Five Dimes, we give away a free fight pick of FC's. Actually, we don't. FC does. FC gives away a free fight pick, every single UFC card. Okay? Because of Five Dimes being on board as a paying sponsor. So if you want a free UFC fight pick, it's 100% free. Now, if you already have the fight package, you don't need it. You already have it. But if you don't have it, you want to test him out. He's won, I think, 5 or 6 of these straight. Here it is. It's a direct link to it. It's at the very bottom of the page. All right, go to our UFC page, scroll all the way to the very bottom, and it's going to say free UFC fight pick and write-up. It's 100% free, okay? It's 100% free. No purchase necessary, 100% free, no credit card required. You do have to have an account, okay? You do have to have an account, but it's free to create, 100% free. All you have to do, just go to the website, all right? You could basically see the outline of how we do it. You get a free fight pick and you get a free write-up as well. So, and that's posted on the website right now. That's live on the website. The free fight pick, the fight card, and the max fight pick. They're all on the website right now. They're all ready to roll, which is going to be great. And again, you can get the entire card for $15. That's pretty freaking cool. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the game day breakdowns. For you guys and gals that are tuning in. It's definitely going to be a great day today. Absolutely can't wait. Hello, Di Coco. What's going on, sir? Always glad to have you. As well as everybody. Always glad to have everybody here tuning in with us. Philip, thank you for jumping on board my game of the week today. Again, guys, you have an hour and 2 minutes to get on board the game of the week. While I get our breakdowns ready, I just have to log into that system. Alrighty. Michelle, thanks for jumping on board my game of the week as well. I know you have my personal plays for today, so that's just going to complement it even more. 2 bowl games today for everybody that doesn't know. You got the Bahamas Bowl. Rain, wind, nasty weather. That happens every single year in the Bahamas. Note to the self, guys, don't go to the Bahamas during Christmas unless you want to be plucked with rain and 25-mile-an-hour winds. You know, I was looking for a tropical vacation once for my wife and little one, and why would you go to the Bahamas? The weather looks nasty during the game. I sure as hell don't want to go in that. Todd, thank you, sir. Thanks for jumping in with us. Thanks for participating. Tar Heel Tim, what's going on, sir? Again, if you guys are new to the channel, do yourself a huge favor right now. Hit that subscribe button right down below. All right, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tap that little bell when you're done right next to it. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop a video. It won't matter if it's live like this one or pre-recorded. You will be notified, all right? And when you're done with that, please do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. Giving you guys the content 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Nick, thank you, sir, for jumping on board my game of the week. It's going to be a great day. It is going to be a great day every time we have a game of the week. Yeah, both defenses definitely are lacking. They've picked up some stuff over the last couple weeks. I've heard a couple things on actually both sides, the Buffalo and Charlotte side, behind the scenes as well, that they've both been working on defense-wise. Definitely look... definitely going to be a good day today. So, I was reading a comment. Absolutely, Nick. Thank you, sir. Justin says Buffalo and the under for me, so go the other way. Don Doe, what's going on, sir? Glad to have you, brother. All right, guys. 2 p.m. Eastern time. 11 Pacific. Buffalo. Charlotte. The Bahamas Bowl. Nassau, Bahamas. Gonna be an amazing time today, guys. Justin, you're just like mush. All right, guys. The makers wanted Bahamas Bowl. It's game 201, 202. I just need to pop up what we have over here from our friends over at 5 Dimes as well. So I'm going to log into the 5 Dimes account as well. Give me 1 second, and then we'll be right into. What we're gonna do is we're gonna break down both of these games. Now I do have plays on both of these. I got a game of the week on one of them. So if I don't give you my lean or my play on it, you know, that's probably why. So just bear with me. Give me 1 second, folks. We're just going to get rolling. We're going to do both of these bowl games today. We're going to touch on some college basketball. And remember, okay. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. Let's rock and roll. So, game 201, 202. The line actually opened up Buffalo. I can't talk today. I think my mind is going faster than my lips with the 2 venti coffees this morning. Brian, we're gonna push the line. We're gonna push the line, that's for sure. Toby, you like proof? Well, you got to get on board. Got to get on board if you want to see it. You've been taught from a wise guy to ask for tickets. Damn straight. Damn straight. And if somebody shows you some account balance of like $300,000 and they only bet $100 a unit, you know the first picture they showed you was fake, right? All right, guys. So, like we were saying, Buffalo opened up 4.5-point favorite. That line is up. It was actually at 6.5 this morning. It's up to 7 right now. The line is moving. Game time starts soon. Total opened up at 55.5. It's down to 51 in most spots, although it's creeping back up. Westgate just moved it from 51 live to 51.5 about an hour ago. CG Technologies 3 minutes ago just moved it from 51.5 up to 52. So that line had a bottom peak of 51, and it is now creeping back up. Taking a look over at our friends at 5 Dimes. They have Buffalo laying 7 minus $1.10, as well as the over and under 51 minus $1.55. So let me get this all on the screen for you guys. That way when people jump in and out, they know what we're talking about, all right? We'll get this one on the screen as well. So here we are. We got it on the screen already. The bowl breakdown. Buffalo, Charlotte. Buffalo laying 6.5. I'm actually still seeing 6.5 at a couple books as well. But I don't think that's going to last for very long. Unless some money on Charlotte comes in the next couple minutes. And again, guys, 54 minutes left before this game goes off. Corey, good afternoon. As far as this game goes, let's jump right into the breakdown. We already hit the line movements. As far as this game goes, you've got the 7-5. You got Buffalo 7-5. They're 7-5 against the spread. 8-4 on the over as well. Charlotte is 7-5 on the year. They're 6-6 against the spread, 8-4 to the over. Now Charlotte had only 2 wins in their first 3 games, and those were against Gardner-Webb and Massachusetts. All right. After that, they rattled off 4 straight losses. Hold on one second. They had 4 straight losses. Charlotte needed to basically win out to get into a bowl game. They had to actually win 4 of their last 5 games to get into a bowl game. They won all 5. All right. They beat North Texas 39-38. They beat Middle Tennessee State 34-20. They beat UTEP 28-21. They beat Marshall 24-13. And then they just beat Old Dominion back on the 30th 3 weeks ago, guys, 38-22. Now, of those 5 wins, 2 of them went over, 3 went under. Let's take a look at Buffalo. 7-5. 7-5 against the spread, 8-4 on the over. Their last 5 games have all gone over the total. They have won 5 out of their last 6 games. They started out the year with a win over Robert Morris, beating him 38-10. They ended up losing to Penn State 45-13. They had another loss, which was a shocking loss against Liberty that they lost 35-17 to. They came back, they beat Temple by 16. If you remember correctly, we were on Buffalo back on that game on September 21st. We had Buffalo catching 13.5 against Temple, and we absolutely smashed them there. They came right back, and they lost to Miami of Ohio, if you guys remember. They were laying 1.5, and they lost by 2 touchdowns. Next week, they lost to Ohio University, 21-20 in a nail-biter. They came back. They rattled off 5 wins out of their last 6 games. They beat Akron, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan. They ended up losing to Kent State, if you remember. Kent State beat them by that field goal. Okay, Kent State beat them by that field goal. They beat Toledo 49-30 in a smashing affair, and then they just walloped Bowling Green on the 29th, 49-7. 49-7. Hold on one second. Stanley, thank you for jumping on board. I see you just got on my big game of the week. Thank you, sir. Same thing with Corey. Fast Freddy, thanks for jumping on board my game of the week as well. Hold on 1 second, folks. Okay, so when you start diving in depth into these two teams, we're going to talk about numbers, we're going to talk about strength of opponents, who's played who did good against who did bad against who. Not that I give a rat's ass where the public is betting, but we'll take a look at that because maybe you want to wait to the last minute, maybe you don't want to wait to the last minute. I will give you my advice as far as that one goes, and we're going to take a look at the money right now. All right, we'll take a look at the money right now. As far as right now, 75% of all money line bets rolling in, which covers obviously parlays as well, rolling in on Buffalo, just 25% garnering on Charlotte there. As far as the spread, 72% of all bets, that includes sharps as well, going to be rolling in on Buffalo as well. No, Kong, I just bet them and I don't feel good against them or good about them. Of course. The over and under, 73% all on the over as well, 27% on the under. So not just public money, but sharp money as well, pounding the over as well as Buffalo laying the juice as well. Again, I don't use that for any betting, or I don't use that to base my opinion. I use that for basing when I might bet a game if I'm going to be betting said game. For instance, if you know somebody is just pounding one side, for instance, the money has always been on Buffalo, yet that line stayed at 6. It moved quick, it went to 6.5. But if you're going to be betting Buffalo, I'd be betting earlier than later because it's trending upward. It's already moved from 6.5 to 7 while we've been live. If you're betting that over, all that money was on the over, knowing that the weather is windy, knowing that the rain that's going on in the Bahamas, yet that total kept dropping, but the money kept coming in on the over. So that one you may use towards your advantage if you're an under better waiting until that line switches, or if you're an over better waiting until it bottoms out. That way you get the best possible line. That's the only reason I use that information. That is the only information that I use as far as who's betting where. Alex says he likes Charlotte plus the 7. Again, guys, post up in the comment section who you guys like. You rolling with Charlotte plus the 7. You laying the juice with Buffalo. You like the over. You like the under. Which one are you rolling with? Bobby Munoz says Buffalo's running backs are going to have a field day with Charlotte. So while I'm breaking down the game, guys, please converse in the live chat. If you're not watching us on YouTube, if you are one of the guys watching us on Facebook Live, on Twitter, on Periscope, on our website, Cappers Direct, come over to YouTube. Go to youtube.com, go to the YouTube streaming app, put in the search box Cappers Direct or Cappers Nation Live. Come join us live. That way you can participate in the live chat. All right, we've got a live chat rolling on with a ton of valuable information that gets posted in there for you guys. So come to YouTube, come in the live chat, guys, post up in the chat. Let's get some conversations rolling. Andre says he likes Buffalo. Jose says he likes the over. MLB says the Bahamas weather must be ugly. It is very ugly. Heavy winds, rain. It's typical Christmas in Bahamas. Toby says he's going with Buffalo and the over. MLB total from 58 to 51. Damn straight, it opened up high and peaked. It actually bottomed out at 51, and it's slowly climbing back up in a couple spots here in Vegas. Jesse likes Buffalo. Jesse, what's going on? Thanks, brother, for tuning in. Yes, Ed, there is rain. Well, it was raining. It was raining from what I was told. And supposed to be raining as well from what I was told. But it looks like it cleared out. I know it was raining yesterday pretty much all day, but it looks like it cleared out earlier this morning because I checked the weather when I first got into work, and it was raining still. So, but no, it definitely looks like it's clear, with the exception of the winds, which are dying down from 25 to 21, but still some big gusts are expected. So obviously it's going to be warm in the 70s. So a little humidity never hurt nobody. Andre, we're going to talk about the Utah State game next. Toby says he saw a write-up about the Max sucking and Charlotte should be the play. I'm still going with Buffalo. LOL. Michael, what's going on? Again, guys, remember, 45 minutes to get on board my game of the week. It's one of the 2 college football games in 45 minutes. That purchase link is coming off the website. All right, so back to the game. Let's take a look at some numbers, all right, guys? Let's take a look at some numbers. Obviously, first of all, both teams, both Buffalo and Charlotte, they're both looking for their first bowl victory, all right? Buffalo had a shot last year. It never happened, all right? It never happened. They got beat 42-32 by Troy. They got beat by 10 in the Dollar General Bowl. Before that, they had a trip to the Potato Bowl against San Diego State, who they lost 49-24 to. And before that, it was 2009 since their last bowl game. This is Charlotte's most recent and first bowl game, and both teams going to be looking for a win today. Taking a look at numbers. Offensively, points-wise, identical. Buffalo averaging 31.5 points a game. Charlotte averaging 31.6 points per game. Now, take a look at some of these numbers on offense. Buffalo averaging 254 yards on the ground and 51 carries at 5 yards a carry. This is a running team. Both teams like to run the ball. Buffalo likes to hold on to the ball a little more. They run more offensive more offensive snaps than most people. They average 143 in the air at 6.6 yards per passing attempt on 22 passing attempts. All right, now for Charlotte, they average 210 on the ground on 41 rushing attempts, averaging 5.1 yards per carry. They're also averaging 213 yards in the air at 8.6 yards per passing attempt. But guys, you guys need to know the Charlotte quarterback has, in his last 5 games, over those 5 wins, he had 2 games where he put up over 350 yards in the air, as well as a lot of yards on the ground. So watch out for that Charlotte quarterback, all right? He can definitely air it out if he gets an opportunity. How much opportunity is he going to get with 20-mile-an-hour plus winds? I guess it's just going to depend if the wind's at his back or not. So, as far as defensive numbers, all right, both teams give up some points. Buffalo giving up 22.3 points per game on average for the entire year. Charlotte, 32.5 points a game. All right, now on rushing, Buffalo's been fairly good at defending the rush, limiting teams to just 95 yards a game. I look forward to seeing how Charlotte's run game is going to be able to run against Buffalo. Buffalo's also given up just 198 in the air, 7.2 yards per passing attempt. As far as Charlotte goes on defense, they give up 32.5 points. They give up 193 on the ground. Not only do they rush for 210 yards, they also give up 193 on the ground as well. But they also give up some big yardage in the air, 196, 8 yards per passing attempt. Buffalo leading the turnover department, +7 on turnovers, -3 for Charlotte. There's a 10 turnover differential between these two teams, which definitely should lead to a turnover or 2 or 3. And if you're taking a total on this one, if you're taking the over, if you're taking the under, that may be riding on where the turnovers happen. If Buffalo turns the ball over in their own zone, it could lead for an easy score for Charlotte. If Charlotte fumbles in their own zone, it may lead for an early score or an early and quick score for Buffalo. You just never know where those turnovers will happen and if they will happen. So that is definitely going to be the wild card factor in this game, especially with the weather. That field should be moist from the rain that they had yesterday as well as early this morning. It should dry out with that warm 76-degree air and wind as well. So point differential, Buffalo's averaging beating opponents by 9.2 points a game. Charlotte just little less, a tenth of a less than 1 point. So as far as both of these two teams. Obviously, we have plays on both games, so holding my opinion on that one. I can tell you this: underdogs now hold the 5-year edge in the Bahamas Bowl, 3-2 against the spread. MAC teams have a strong 4-1 against the spread mark in their Bahamas Bowl appearance, but they did lose last year in the Bahamas Bowl. As far as last year's 35-32 shootout gave the over the total of 3-2 edge in the last 5 years in the history of the Bahamas Bowl. As far as these two teams go, I can see there was some definite sharp action early on Buffalo when they were laying 4.5 when that line opened. There's some the power ratings all favor the under in this one. The bettors ratings favor the under. There's a consensus that says the over, as well as the effective strength leading into that side as well. But then again, I know quite a few people that are all rolling with Charlotte that I respect in this industry as well, that are all rolling with Charlotte plus the points as well. But if you want to know my opinion, you're going to have to get signed up. You'll have to get signed up because we do have some plays today, but I am going to give you guys the unbiased breakdown. I can tell you Charlotte is 1-6 against the spread their last 7 games against solid rushing defenses yielding less than 3.35 yards per carry. Buffalo 9-2 against the spread their last 3 years against weak defensive teams allowing more than 31.5 yards per game. All right, guys, and Buffalo 7-0 on the over their last 7 games after playing Bowling Green. All right, guys, this game does go down in 39 minutes. 39 minutes, this game goes down. Again, who you guys rolling with? Post up in the comments for everybody new that's joining in. You guys rolling with Buffalo laying the juice? You're rolling with Charlotte plus the points? You're taking the over with the nasty weather, or you're rolling with the under, knowing that the weather might just be your friend here? So which one you guys rolling with? Justin says he's going with the over. Fantastic. Isaiah Gonzalez says he likes the over as well. Erie says the 49ers. Yes, go with the 49ers. No, I'm just teasing you guys. Don't go with anybody that I suggest unless you're paying. Or I give it out for free. Devin Hall says Buffalo money line. Devin Hall rolling with the money line on this one. Let's go over the line, guys, one more time for you guys. As of right now, Buffalo laying $1.10, -7. You can still get 6.5 in some spots. Money line -250. Guys, on 5 dimes alone, the total just jumped 0.5 point in the last 5 minutes. It's back up to 51.5. When we started this breakdown about 10 minutes ago, they were actually over and under 51 -$1.10. Team total points for Buffalo has now been moved to 30. You can still get over and under 21 -$1.15 for Charlotte for their team total. Francisco, thank you, sir, for jumping on board the game of the year on Sunday, as well as Guaranteed Saturday tomorrow. Guaranteed Saturday tomorrow, guys, will be posted soon. Thank you, Francisco, for jumping on board as well. Toby, thanks for jumping on board the UFC. Philip, thanks for jumping on board the UFC. Again, guys, remember, UFC goes down tonight. Even though it says Saturday, it's in South Korea. UFC starts at 11 p.m. Pacific time, 2 a.m. on the East Coast. All right, late night tonight, we're going to be betting the UFC, making some money. All right, making some money tonight. I know what Stat Guap likes. I know what he likes. I'm not going to guess it because I don't want to give it away on here. Malik says he thinks he's rolling with the over 12.5 first quarter. That's an interesting prop. Let's take a look at some of those. The first quarter props as well. 5 Dimes has Buffalo laying 2.5 -$1.30 in the first quarter. They also have Buffalo -200 in the first quarter. And they actually have, if you're getting, is that first half or first quarter, Malik? First quarter over 12.5? because believe it or not, you could actually get on 5 dimes over and under 10.5 at plus 100. You can get over and under 10.5 at plus 100 on 5 dimes. So if you're getting 12.5, you're getting shanked. You're getting shanked on that one. You can actually get over and under 10 at minus $1.25 on 5 dimes. With Buffalo's first quarter team total over 7.5. They're keeping it with the hook, but they're giving you some big plus juice to try and lay it. They actually have Buffalo over and under 7.5 at plus 140. That's kind of juicy right there, folks. Plus 140, you know me. I'm a sucker for quarter action junkie bets. And then you throw on top of it a little, actually a lot of plus money. Definitely attractive. Damn, that's a sugar house for you. Yeah. See, it definitely pays, Malik, to have a 5 dimes account just for instances like this. Even if you had just a little money in it, you'd be able to really hammer 5 dimes. Big difference from 12.5 to 10.5 right there, or even 10. There's a link to 5 dimes, guys. If you guys need a place to bet, there's a great spot for you guys to bet. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to the next game. There is one more bowl game today. Then we have a whole slate of games tomorrow. I'll tell you one thing. I'm really excited for today. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm really excited for today. Okay? But, tomorrow, guaranteed Saturday, college football, NFL on Saturday, college hoops, NBA. You want a big Saturday? It's coming after our big Friday. And then when Saturday's done, we got the bigger Sunday coming. I mean, shaping up to be a monster. This weekend is shaping up to be a monster. So it's definitely going to be a great time. Again, guys, if you're new to the channel, warm welcome, everybody. Warm welcome. As a matter of fact, even if you're not even new to the channel, warm welcome to everybody that's tuning in. All right, everybody that's tuning in, nice big warm welcome. If you're new and you haven't already done so, take a second out of your day. All right, this will definitely behoove you. Take a second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you don't miss a beat. That way you do not miss a beat. You'll be ready to rock. You'll be ready to roll. And you'll be on your way to making money. Okay? Then, after you tap that little bell, and you're done with that, do us a favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you the free winning content, the leans, free plays, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The OGX Pizza Gary. No, I did not give out a play on Buffalo. I did not give out a play on the Buffalo game. We do have plays on both football games today. So as far as giving leans go, I'm not going to be giving leans because we have plays on them. But I am going to be breaking them down, just like we're going to do the Kent State and Utah State game next in the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. They're in Frisco, Texas. Stevie Steves, yes, sir, I will. Give me 10 seconds or less. It's actually less, so there you go. Our bowl package. And again, I'll go over the bowl package real quick for you guys. Bowl package officially starts tomorrow. Bowl package officially starts tomorrow. That's the official start date. But included in the bowl package, you get 2 days of our soccer club. You also get 3 days of our prop package. You also get FC's Max Fight Pick tonight for free. Yes, I did, Jesse. I did. Did I say it was going to be in this game? Didn't think so. Anyways, moving on. So, bowl package. You get a minimum of 20 games. Minimum of 20 games. Make it 20, make it 22, make it 27. We put our 70% or better success rate on it. So that means you got to go 70% or better, or we'll give you a week of our premium plays on the house. And again, you're going to get 2 days to our soccer club, and there's a soccer pick that goes off in an hour. So if you are in the bowl package, if you are on the bowl package, log into your account right now. There is a soccer play, a great soccer play, and I was actually told there's going to be either 2 or 3 soccer picks for tomorrow exclusively to our bowl package. You get 2 days of it. All right? You get 2 days of it. And everybody that signed up early got extra days. You're also going to get 3 days to our props. That went 4-1 yesterday. You'll get 3 days to those. There should be props posted later today. We don't have props for soccer every single day, but there should be props posted later today for this evening. There's no props on this first college football game. So if you're looking for those, we don't have those. We did not do any props on this first football game. We might have some later for this evening time. So you'll also get that. All right. So again, bowl package, it's actually an amazing deal for $199. It really is, to be honest. It actually really is. For what you get for $199, it's a smoking deal. Just last year, the props were $400, and all you got was the props. You didn't get prop pack, or not props. The bowl package was $400, and that's all you got. I mean, you got the 70% guarantee, but you didn't get any of the juicy prop package or the soccer or the max fight pick. Brian Watson, yes, in the soccer play. Soccer play is posted. Randy G, thank you, sir. Yes, game of the week, guaranteed Saturday, game of the year. Can you talk about a money-making weekend? Can you talk about a money-making weekend? I absolutely love what we're doing for this weekend. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So, first of all, the next game we're going to talk about, game 203, 204, Kent State, Utah State. We're taking a look, guys. This is an evening game. It goes down at 7:30 Eastern time. Okay, 4:30 Pacific, 6:30 Central time for our folks there in Texas, Frisco, Texas to be specific. Now, there is rain scheduled in this game as well. There is rain scheduled in this game, showers. There's a 40% chance of rain at kickoff. Just so everybody knows, there's a 40% chance of rain at kickoff and just about all night long. There will be a slight wind, 6-7 miles an hour out of the southeast, as well as a few showers here and there, and it may rain the entire night. So it doesn't say a pour down rain, but it's definitely going to have another weather affected game. Darren, we're cutting off sign-ups for our game or for my game of the week today at 1. But if you're looking for the game of the year, you need to sign up by Sunday morning. If you're looking for the game of the week, it's in 27 minutes you have to sign up by. It's one of the 2 football games. It's one of the 2 football games. All right, so Coriel, absolutely big weekend for Cap Nation, no doubt about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into this game. We're going to break down this game, the Kent State-Utah State game, and then what we're going to do is we're not done there, all right? We're going to go talk some college hoops. Now, I may need to, I've had almost 2 of these suckers now, so may have to use the little boys' room here in a little bit after this breakdown and get me something else to drink because coffee's getting cold. So, Tibbs, you're welcome for the NC State plus the points yesterday. That was a nice one. Yes, Robert will definitely be awarding the winner of the fantasy football something. I'm not sure just yet. It's been such a busy week with work and everything here that I haven't had a chance to even log into the fantasy side. But yeah, obviously we always take care. Mr. Bohishan, thank you for jumping on board my game of the week. As well as Norman, thanks for jumping on board FC's Max Fight Pick. He knows that you guys are going to love that Max Fight Pick tonight. Man, it's going to be a good one. All right, guys, let's take a look. Game 203, 204. Kent State, Utah State, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Frisco Bowl. Utah State opened up as an 8-point favorite. It is now down to 7. Total on this one opened up at 67, and it is up to 69. Get this one on the screen for you guys. Get this one up there for the Frisco Bowl on the screen. There we go, taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. They currently have the line. Utah State laying 7 minus $1.10, over and under 69.5. They're a little on the, they're not the first ones. The D Casino moved it to 69.5 about 3 hours ago. 5 Dimes followed suit not long after that. Stevie Steves, it's just one play. It's just one play. I'm not saying if it's the side or the total. It's just one play of one of the college football games. Okay, so diving in depth into these two teams. StatCop, I hope everything goes according to plan. I got to get ready for guaranteed Saturday. Oh, it's going to go. It's going to go according to plan. All right, it's going to go according to plan. We're going to be on the right side, I promise you. Utah State 10-0 against the spread on more than 6 days rest in their last 10 games. When Utah State gets more than 6 days rest, they are 10-0 against the spread. Kent State just 3-12 their last 15 games on a grass field. Utah State 9-0-1 on the under when played in the month of December. I know a lot of people, a lot of sharps rolling with the under, the under, the under, the under. However, that line has already jumped 2 full points. It keeps going over. The power ratings favor the over. The effective strength favors the over. The consensus all favors the over. The bettors rating all favor the over as well. Now, the Frisco Bowl has gone under the total in both of their prior games. If you guys remember correctly, last year it was the MAC versus the Mountain West in the Frisco Bowl, with the MAC winning very, very easily, surprisingly. They're both great, Darren. They're both great. Taking a look at Kent State, 6-6 straight up, 8-4 against the spread, 6-6 on the over. Coming in as the dog in this one, guys. The 7-point dog. Taking a look at Utah State, 7-5 on the year, 7-5 against the spread, 5-7 on the over. This game goes down later tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's on ESPN2. It's going to be a great game. I will tell you that much. All right. Taking a look. Recent bowl history. First of all, Kent State, they have not, well, they have not been, well, they were there in their last bowl against, it's been a long time actually for Kent State. Taking a look at this. Kent State has not been to a bowl game since 2013 against Arkansas State in the GoDaddy Bowl, which they lost. And then when you dive into Utah State recent bowl history, and why is this important? Because different coaches have different styles and strategies when it comes to bowl games. All right, you'll see a lot of unorthodox stuff going for it on fourth down, which you need to take in consideration when you handicap a game. How many times do you guys see a team tie up the game late in a bowl game with 10 seconds to go? They just need to kick that extra point and they go to overtime. And they say, no, we're not kicking. Kicking's for sissies. We're going to go for 2 and try and get this bowl victory. They miss it and they lose. And you're sitting there holding them as -1 or -2, and you're hoping it goes to OT and they win by a field goal. Or maybe you got them on the money line and you're like, no, don't go for it, just kick it. You're doing great. Completely dominating the fourth quarter on defense. Happens all the time. You got to take this into consideration for coaching styles. Coaches do certain things and they usually repeat themselves. All right. Utah State played last year against North Texas. They beat them 52-13. They didn't just beat them, they put the beat down on them in the New Mexico Bowl. Okay. So, taking a look at how Utah State's done throughout the season, they opened up the year with a loss, a 3-point loss to Wake Forest, losing 38-35. They came back, rattled off 3 straight wins to Stony Brook, San Diego State, and Colorado State. They ended up losing to LSU. They got pummeled by LSU 42-6. They came back. They beat Nevada 36-10 for their 4th win on the year. And then they had 2 losses to Air Force and BYU. BYU beat them 42-14. Air Force beat them 31-7 with that triple option that Utah State just could not defend. After that, they bounced back with 2 straight victories to get them bowl eligible against Fresno State, barely beating them and edging them 37-35. And then again, another close game against Wyoming, 26-21. They came back. They played the good old Boise State guys at home. And Boise State beat them in Utah 56-21. All right, they absolutely put the beat down on Utah State. Now, Utah State ended the year with a win 38-25, winning by 13 points against New Mexico on the road. Here they are in Texas. Taking a look at Kent State and who they played on the year. They got their butts kicked by the Sun Devils, Arizona State Sun Devils, okay? In the very beginning of the year, they traveled to Arizona, and they didn't travel very well. They got beat down 30-7 to start the year. They came back to home against Kennesaw State. They got a victory, a close victory by a field goal, 26-23. They lost to Auburn 55-16. They came back. They played Bowling Green. They beat them 62-20, putting an absolute hurt on them. And then they played Wisconsin and got shut down 48-0. A lot of back and forth wish-washy. They came back against Akron. They beat them 26-3. One day they're completely shut down. The next week they're actually shutting down a team. But since their win against Akron, they actually lost 3 straight games. All right, they lost 3 straight games against Ohio University, Miami of Ohio, and Toledo. Toledo beat them 30-27. Miami of Ohio beat them 35-33. And Ohio University beat them 23-16. All right, they had to win their last 3 games. They had to win out to become bowl eligible. They beat Buffalo. Yes, they shocked Buffalo, and they beat them by a field goal, 30-27. They beat Ball State 41-38, and they beat Eastern Michigan to become bowl eligible, 34-26. To say Kent State is not rolling in the correct direction, they definitely ended the season in the right direction. And it started with their big knockoff of Buffalo beating them by a field goal in a game where we saw 57 points and the total was 54.5. So 3 out of their last 4 games did go over the total. The last one did go under. Taking a look at their numbers on offense and defense. All right, Kent State averages 27.4 points a game. Utah State 28.2. Kent State leading the charge in the running category, averaging 181 yards on the ground, 41 carries a game to the 27 passing plays. Kent State is a run-dominated team. All right, run-dominated team. They're rushing the ball 181 yards a game on average, 4.4 yards per carry, averaging just 27 passing plays for Kent State, but they're ripping off 212 yards in offense through the air a game, averaging 7.8 yards per passing attempt. Utah State, on the other hand, with their 28.2 points a game. They're averaging 149 on the ground at 4.3 yards per carry on 35 carries, and they're averaging 39 passing plays a game, averaging 276 in the air at 7.1 yards per passing attempt. When it comes to defense, Phil, you signed on for the game of the week. Fantastic. I love it, brother. Thanks for jumping on board. And remember, guys, if you want to get on my game of the week, it's either the first game or the second game. So to make it fair, we're cutting off the signups in 15 minutes. Signups in 15 minutes. They're done. $50 guaranteed to win, or I will give you my next game of the week free. Paul, what's going on, sir? David, what's going on? Mintron, premium plays have had a little rocky week, which just means it's a great time to jump on board because everybody knows just how our bounce backs are going to be. Bounce backs are super, super strong. So premium play is definitely going to have a nice big bounce back today. So definitely a good time to jump on board. Joel says he likes Buffalo first half over 14.5. Get back to the Kent State and Utah State game here. Flex 444, thanks for jumping on board my game of the week as well. It's going to be a great time, my brother. Going to be making some money. Hold on one second. Okay, so back to this game. Let's take a look at the defensive side of things. Let's see how Kent State and Utah State's been performing throughout the entire season. On defense, Kent State's given up 31.1 points per game. They're giving up 249 on the ground. They have been giving up some big numbers to opposing running teams, all right, guys? They've been giving up 5.1 yards on average per carry. Utah State, they pass the ball a lot. Actually, they do 39 plays a game. They run the ball about 5-6 plays a game less than they do in the air on average. But I definitely look for Utah State, especially with the weather that they're having there in Frisco, Texas, to try and exploit the poor running defense of Kent State. That's a fact. Kent State struggles to defend the run. They give up 249 yards a game on the ground, all right? So Utah State's definitely going to try and exploit that and use that to their advantage. I know Kent State has been working on that in their bowl games, trying to close those gaps and definitely make more effective tackles and get hands on bodies and not allow the big yardage plays to happen. They also give up 221 in the air at 8.6 yards per passing attempt. They've been working on their secondary during their little bowl season practice as well. They are +4 on turnovers. Ty, you're in Frisco. How's the weather? I know it's supposed to rain around game time. It's raining there right now? Okay. Appreciate the update, Ty. Always appreciate it. There you go, guys. One of our great viewers in Cap Nation family there in Frisco, Texas. Are you going to the game, Ty? Now, Utah State on defense. They give up 29 points a game. They give up 198 on the ground at 4.3 yards per carry, which is a great number for Kent State. Utah State still struggles to defend the run. They've struggled the entire year to defend the run. All right, Kent State going to be running. You are going to the game. You lucky dog, you. Definitely send me a picture. Take a picture from the game. Send me a picture. Utah State, they gave up 234 in the air, giving up 7.4 yards per passing attempt. And as we said, Kent State wins the turnover battle. They're +4 on the turnovers to Utah State's even Steven. Not much of a turnover differential for Kent State, so I don't see a big turnover advantage if it was played on fair weather. As far as the turnover game goes with the weather, it's any man's call. It's any man's call. If you're going to be using that to betting towards the over or the under, that's just going to basically depend on basically where the turnovers happen. Does Kent State turn it over in their own zone, or they turn it over when they're getting ready to go in the end zone, and vice versa? So we've had games that go against you on either direction. So as far as the game on a play on this one, we're going to discuss that one later in the program. Because I am going to be getting you guys on some big plays and some good stuff. But what we're going to do next? Is we're going to talk some college hoops. All right, we're going to talk some college hoops. See if maybe we can't get you guys on a juicy prop like we did yesterday, as well as another free play. Who knows, maybe 2 free plays. All right, you just never know. Remember, you got 10 minutes to get on board my game of the week. The College Bowl package officially starts tomorrow, but you get a soccer play today. And what we're going to do, I need to run. I've had 2 of these, all right? This is empty. I've had 2 of these. Big, tall, Venti mochas. All right? Okay, white chocolate mocha. Yeah, I'm drinking a sissy drink, all right? I'm drinking a sissy drink. Guilty as charged. But I need to run to the little boys' room. So I need 3 short minutes. Going to run to the restroom. Grab something else to drink. And then we're going to jump into college hoops. I'm going to get you guys on multiple free plays today, all right? You just heard it here first. Multiple free plays. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. People in the chat, don't let anybody go anywhere, because you don't want to miss what we're going to be doing in college hoops today, all right? Light day on college hoops, but a money-making day in college hoops, all right? So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, and then we're going to get you guys on something good. So literally, I'll be right back. Give me 3 short minutes. I'll be right back, guys. Guess who's back? Back again. We're back. So tell a friend. We're ready to rock and roll. I don't know about you guys. Don't know about you guys, but ready to rock, ready to roll, ready to make some money. Bahamas Bowl getting ready to get underway. Alrighty. Well, as of the only way, stack guap. The only way. Kathy Gary's locked in the closet. You know, somebody should have locked my ass in the closet as well because I bet on William and Mary too. I know you guys, you said you bet your boyfriend Gary bet big on it. So he's locked in the closet after that one, but somebody should have locked me in it too. William and Mary, they did not come to play whatsoever yesterday. And it was a rough one. In outstanding form. Hey, I'm right there with him. I'm in the doghouse too. So what we're going to do now. Ooh, OJ's tart today. What we're going to do now. We're going to move to some college hoops. See if we can't get you guys an additional free play. Maybe a prop bet as well. And then we'll go back to college football. Get you guys on a football play for everybody that's tuning in for a football play as well. Oh, you got it back with a 3-teamer. I saw that comment that you posted. That's fantastic. I love hearing that. I hate when people hearing when people lose. I hate when I lose. So it's definitely going to be a good day today for everybody and all involved. Robert S., what's going on? Says, is Akron really 4.5 points better than Tulane? We'll see if we can't take a look at that game for you as well. Let me log into my college hoops part. Figures it wants me to enter in my password again. Like I don't enter that sucker in enough already. I mean, you got games like SMU, Georgia, Northern Colorado, South Dakota, Liberty, Towson, UC Irvine, UIC, Delaware, LIU, Drexel, Quinnipiac. Not some big marquee matchups that you're used to. All right, not the big marquee matchups that you're used to, but there is definitely some money to be made. North Dakota State and Marquette. Believe it or not, I thought would have had the marquee matchup of the day, but it does not. Believe it or not, that game will be on Fox Sports 1. But as far as marquee matchups of the night, definitely go to SMU and Georgia on the SEC network at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But as far as, Robert asked your question about Akron and Tulane, before we even break down that game, just taking a look, are they a 4.5 point favorite, or are they better than 4.5 points? I do believe so. I do believe so. Numbers don't lie and all of that, and we'll definitely take a look at that game as well for you. Matter of fact, if you want, because you brought it up, look at that weather in Buffalo, guys. The weather actually looks like it's somewhat stabilized. But if you want, we can definitely take a look at that game and break down that game for you if that's one that you'd like to hear about. So we'll do that one as well. And we'll do that one first. Let me pop up our juice from 5 Dimes so we can pop up what that line is so we can get it up on the screen for you guys. 5 Dimes has 138.5 on that one. So what we're going to do now, folks, we're going to talk some college hoops for a little bit. We'll get through a couple breakdowns in college hoops, see if we can't find you guys a game or two. Put you in the right direction, then we'll get you guys on a free play on the Kent State-Utah State game. So this is the first breakdown we're going to be doing. Akron laying 4.5 against Tulane, catching 4.5, total over and under 138.5. Believe it or not, guys, this line opened up with Akron laying 6.5. The line is down 2 points to 4.5. Tulane catching the 4.5. Total opened up at 141.5. The total is down 3 points. Weather in Buffalo looks actually outstanding considering what the early report was going to be. I've got it on one of the screens here. Devin Jackson said, yes, please. No doubt about it. We'll finish it. We'll do this one for you guys. All right, so let me pop up this information. That way we can jump into it. Our friends over at 5 Dimes have the line. Akron laying 4.5, minus $1.10. Tulane plus 4.5, minus $1.10. Over and under 138.5. Also minus $1.10. Taking a look at the first half total. And for everybody that doesn't know, you're looking for this game. It's game 855 and 856. Akron is a 2.5 point first half favorite, minus 165 on the money line. Over and under for the first half is set at 64 points. Alrighty, so diving in depth, let's take a look at Akron. They're 8-2 on the year. All right, we'll take a look at Akron, and then we'll go take a look at Tulane. Both of them going to be 8-2. All right, both of them have some quality losses, meaning quality of opponents. First of all, let's start with Akron and their 2 losses. They had a loss on November 8th against West Virginia. They lost by 10, 94-84. Then 2 weeks later, they lost to Louisville, Sunday, November 24th. All right, almost a month ago, they lost 82-76 on the road in Louisville. All right, they took Louisville, gave them a run for their money. Louisville did not cover the spread. Akron did. There's that wind in the Bahamas that I can see now. Today's weather, Nassau, Bahamas, 77, winds east-northeast at 26 miles an hour. The flags are moving, but it did not look too windy down on the field. Now, taking a look at Akron and their wins. They had a gimme game against Malone that they didn't really blow them out. They actually beat them by just 17, shockingly. They had a win over North Carolina Central that they won by 10. UC Upstate that they blew out by 31. Youngstown State they beat by 22. Merrimack, Marshall, Southern, as well as a gimme game against Concord, who they won by 50 from. I guess we'll find out just how windy it is down on the field, and we'll see if the ball stays up on the kickoff. Mike Butler, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Happy holidays to you and your family as well. I hope you're recovering from that nasty car wreck. The Charlotte side is definitely pumped up for the opening kickoff. That's a fact. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the 8-2 Green Wave from Tulane. All right, guys, coached by Coach Ron Hunter. He's got his Green Wave off to a great start. They're 8-2. Let's start with their losses. They lost to Mississippi State 80-66, and they also lost to St. Louis 86-62. They've got wins over Southeastern Louisiana, who they beat by 21. Jackson State, who they beat by 9. Northwestern State, who they beat by 27. Middle Tennessee, who they beat by 12. Utah, the team that just knocked off, who just the other night, they beat by 4. They beat Southern by 17. They beat Southern Miss by 5. And just on Monday, guys, they beat Alcorn State 68-57. Just right away, when you're comparing both teams side by side, and you're taking a look at strength of opponent, obviously Akron's 2 losses to West Virginia and Louisville are really good losses to have. All right, if you're going to lose to a team, let it be Louisville. All right, and they held their own against Louisville. Same thing with Tulane. They have played some tough games. They've got to win over Utah. They've got to win over Middle Tennessee State. They lost to Mississippi State by 14, and they lost to St. Louis by 24. That part I don't like. That part I don't like. As far as quality of opponent, there's no denying the fact that Tulane has had the tougher schedule. With games against Middle Tennessee, Utah, Mississippi State, and St. Louis. Overall, out of their 12 games, they've had the tougher opponent. Their opponents are ranked tougher than what Akron has played. Now, Akron did play West Virginia. They lost. They played Louisville, and they lost. Other than that, Akron has not played a quality opponent. They do not have a quality win like Tulane does over Utah. And that's why we see a big decrease, big run by Charlotte. They're ripping off a big run down to midfield. As far as what I see in this game, before we even look at numbers, penalty on Charlotte, and it's coming back. As far as quality of opponent, definitely you're going to lean towards Tulane. All right, the line dropped from 6.5 to 4.5. That's a big factor in that. Now, let's take a look at the numbers. Let's see how both of these teams match up. All right, both of these two teams shoot the ball fairly well. Akron struggles in one category, but they're not far off of Tulane. All right, but they definitely excel in a couple categories of their own. Now, as far as offense goes, Akron has the better adjusted efficiency on offense, and that's from shooting to protecting the ball, knocking down free throws, time of possession at 16.5 seconds on average per possession to the 17-1 of Tulane. They're knocking down 49.3%. 3rd and 11, they go for a run, a quarterback run, and he gets murdered. Interesting play call since your quarterback put up over 350 yards in the air over the course of the last, did that in 2 games. He broke 350 twice in the last 5 games, Reynolds, and he gets snubbed there. Opening drive for Charlotte, all running plays. Let's see this big punt, or this little punt, and see how much that wind is a factor in it. Low kick, kicks a low kick. The Utah State total definitely is up, including the bad weather. That's a fact. Guys, but when you're taking a look at Akron on offense, they've got the better offense, and believe it or not, they've got the 66th best defense in all of Division I. That's why you saw that opening line of 6.5. They're still favored by 4.5. They're knocking down 49.3% from the field. Tulane, 51.2. They're hitting 35.4% of all their three-point attempts. 36% for Tulane. Tulane hitting 49.2% of all those two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. Akron hitting 46.6% in that category. However, the Tulane defense absolutely horrible at defending a shot down low. They're giving up 51.9%. There's not many teams below them in Division I at defending the 3-ball. Now, free throw shooting. Akron, an excellent free throw shooting team at 76.6% success rate from the charity stripe. Not like Tulane's at a big slouch. They're hitting 71.9%, 2% above the Division I average. As far as turnovers, both teams limit turnovers on offense, which is a great number. Tulane averaging turning the ball over 18.3% of the time to the 19.5 for Akron. However, when you come to defense, this is where Akron excels well over Tulane. Akron's holding teams to 27.7% shooting from out deep, 41.5% shooting down low, and for some strange reason, opposing teams are only putting up 64% from the free throw line when they're facing Akron. All right, Akron's actually turning the ball over a decent amount, creating turnovers when they're on defense a decent amount as well. Now, both go to the bench for a significant number. Akron goes to the bench for nearly 30% of the time, 25% of the time for Tulane. 2-foul participation is high on both sides, 38.1% for Akron and 39.8% for Tulane. Height advantage, not much of a height advantage, maybe a quarter of an inch on average for Tulane being the overall taller team. Experience level, same thing, guys. Both of these teams rely on their free throw for a decent amount of points. almost 22% of the total points scored for Tulane come from the free throw line. Even higher than that, nearly 24% rolling for Akron come from the charity stripe. So both of them are going to rely on it. Both rely on that three-point shot as well, a significant amount, well over 34%. All right, when you're taking a look, at Tulane and Ron Hunter's Green Wave, Noble Days, that 6'9" freshman, freshman center. He's going to have to stay out of foul trouble. He gets about 60% of the playing time for the Green Wave, and he's not a kid that gets too many fouls. Believe it or not, he has his minutes have come down. He's been playing with. From what I was told, it was a leg injury, and that's why his minutes have been limited. But I heard he is a full go for this game today. Same thing with KJ Lawson, their 6'7" senior forward. They're going to have to keep him on the court. This is a kid that gets a lot of playing time. He commands 34 to 37 minutes on average a game. In their last game against Alcorn State, he only had 34 minutes. Or actually, he had 34 minutes, but he only put up 8 boards. 2 of them were three-pointers. He went 2 of 6 from out deep, 1 of 4 from inside the line, and was never put on the charity stripe. He had 6 rebounds on the game as well. But you take a look at his loss to St. Louis. He put up 35 minutes, of playing time. He put up 18 points, went 6 of 11 shooting, 2 of 4 from out deep. And again, this is not a kid you put on the free throw line. When you do, he's going to hurt you just like he hurt Middle Tennessee State. There's a touchdown for Buffalo. Passing touchdown for Buffalo. For everybody that's on Buffalo, it's 6-0. In order for Charlotte to keep up, they're going to have to pass the ball. 3rd and 11, they do a quarterback run on Charlotte. That's going to be unacceptable. Buffalo will exploit it, and they're going to beat the shit out of you, excuse my language, if they don't. If you don't, you first quarter bettors, you need one more. Or first half bettors, and the first quarter bettors, you're going to need another score as well. Extra point attempt is good, 7-0 Buffalo. So there you guys go. So as far as this game goes, as far as the Akron and Tulane game, I'll be honest with you, I think the line's off significantly. Robert, I do believe the line is off significantly. Yes, Tulane has played the better competition so far today. Akron is untested. The fact that they hung strong with Louisville says a lot. It's not that far off. It was a month ago. They haven't lost since that game. They haven't played the best of opponents. This will be a good test for them. But I actually see the line off. My honest opinion, I thought the line should have been Akron laying 9, not 6.5. When I saw it 6.5, I was going to jump all over it. All right. When the line dropped and I was putting out my personal plays and the line dropped from 6.5 to 4.5, I had to double check to make sure certain players were not out and there wasn't anything wrong. I had already put out my personal plays, but I do like Akron in this situation. It is a lean of mine, so I do lean towards Akron if you wanted to know. But I do lean towards Akron as far as the total on this one being over and under 138.5. As far as what our system has it at in the total, I think the total's close, but I do lean towards the over. I do lean towards the over as well, over 138.5. So not official plays or anything like that, just straight leans for you guys. And remember, if I'm going to be betting a game, I bet our plays are official plays. So occasionally I'll throw some money on a lean, but if I do, it's never serious. It's never serious money. So, but again, we do the leans and the breakdowns to try and help you guys out. For instance, asking the question, is Akron, really a 4.5 point favorite? Honestly, even on the road against Tulane, I think it should be a bigger spread than that. I think it should be a much bigger spread than that. You take a look at Tulane where they play the Fogelman Arena. It only holds 3,600 people. There's literally zero home court advantage. And Robert, that's the exact reason why we break down the games for you guys. Exact reason why. I mean, the Green Wave, where they play there in Louisiana, 0 home court advantage. 0. So, and it's not like Akron traveled across the country. They just basically came down straight down south. So, and they're probably happy to get out of that cold weather of Akron. So, what we're going to do now, we'll do another one for you guys. Any requests for college basketball breakdowns? Somebody shoot me a request, and we'll break it down for you. And you're welcome, Robert. Glad it helped validate the way you were looking at the numbers. I mean, I'll tell you, our system has the final being 75-66 Akron. Those kids at Buffalo were sure happy to be Princess Chachu. Which game is that? 8:59 and 8:60. Drexel and Quinnipiac. We could do that one. We'll do the Georgia SMU game after this. We'll do the Drexel and Quinnipiac game now. And then when we're done with that, we'll do the Georgia SMU game. So remember, if Charlotte wants to be successful in this game, if they want to put up points on the board, they can't just solely rely on the run. Over the course of the last 5 games to become bowl eligible, they showed their passing game and what they're capable to do. With old boy at quarterback, 2 of those 5 games, he put up over 350 yards in the air. 3rd and 11. And there we go. See, pass the ball. And they rip it off into Buffalo territory down to the 46. If they continue to run the ball like they did on 3rd and 11 in their first possession, they're going to get murdered. And I think the coach just realized that you can't do that. So, all right. We're going to take a look at the next one, Quinnipiac, as well as Drexel. This is a neutral site game. Let me pop up the odds for this one for you guys. We'll get it up on the screen. Drexel plus 1.5. Quinnipiac laying 1.5. At 5 dimes with a total over and under 149. One of the high college basketball totals today. All right, get that one on the screen for you guys. Take a look at the opening number to where it sits currently. Game 859, 860 out of request for Princess Chachu. Quinnipiac opened up as a 2-point favorite. They're now down laying 1.5. Total opened up at 148.5. It's up a half a point to 149 just about everywhere. Our friends over at 5 dimes have the line Quinnipiac laying 1.5 minus $1.10 over and under 149, also minus $1.10. Taking a look at the first half line on this one, they actually have Quinnipiac laying laying a half minus $1.10 or minus 125 on the money line. Total on the first half is over and under 70.5 points. First half total is a high total in this game. Alrighty. Give me 1 second, folks. And then we're going to jump right into this breakdown. Alrighty. I was told, guys, I did just see it come on my screen. Guaranteed Saturday is supposed to be posted in about an hour. Guaranteed Saturday should be posted in about an hour. If you're not signed up for Guaranteed Saturday or you're not on a package that gets it, what you get, it's normally $150. You're going to get, it's on sale for just $50. So when they don't do that very often, but when they do, you should take advantage of it. All right, guaranteed to win. Or you get the next one absolutely free. It's $50 on sale. It's normally $150. That's the cool thing, though. It's guaranteed Saturday is normally $150. Malik, did you end up betting the first quarter over? The first quarter over as well? I know you said the Sugar House had over and under 12.5 first quarter. Eight minutes left, so you still got plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right, so let's dive into this game for you guys. Let's take a look at Drexel, guys. Let's take a look at the Dragons, 5-6 straight up out of Philadelphia. Zach Spiker, he's got his team coming off of 2 straight losses. As a matter of fact, they've lost 3 out of their last 4 games. They lost to UMBC. They ended up beating Princeton 82-76. They lost to LaSalle as well as South Florida, where they just lost by 20 on the road. This is a neutral site game. Mark Blevin says, I bet first quarter at 10.5. Take a look at the other side. We're going to take a look at Quinnipiac. They're 4-4 on the year, guys. Baker Dunleavy, guys, he's got the Bobcats. They started out tough. They started out with 2 straight losses, Brown and Miami of Florida. They got slaughtered by Miami. They hung tough against Brown, losing by 2. They play in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, guys. They usually get beat up all the time, all year long. They came back. They ended up beating Albany 86-69. They also beat Presbyterian 73-64. And then it was like, boom. They got back into their old ways. They lost to Sacred Heart of all people by 17 points at home. They also lost to Fairleigh Dickerson by 1 on the road. Much better contest, much better effort than they did against Sacred Heart. But when you take a look at the numbers, it still didn't even out. They still had a rough game. They came back to beat New Hampshire as well as Maine. Here they get Drexel, guys. Drexel coming in as the 1.5 point dog in this contest. When you take a look at both teams side by side, first of all, 4th and 1. Here we go. Charlotte, 4th and 1 as well from the shotgun. Now they get the first down. Charlotte gets the first down and more, down to the 34-yard line of Buffalo. When you're taking a look at Drexel and Quinnipiac on offense, first of all, Quinnipiac's offense is a little bit better. They shoot the ball overall much better, especially when it comes to the free throw. Now, let's not deny both of these teams can knock down a three-pointer, all right? We'll talk about that here in a minute. When you take a look at defense, both teams suck. Both teams absolutely horrendous on D, okay? Both teams horrendous on D. However, Drexel actually defends the 3 pretty decent, okay? That's about the only thing good they do on defense. Now, Drexel, they knocked down 52.1%. Oh, we dropped that one. 52.1% from the field. Quinnipiac hitting 54%. That's actually a good number there. Both of them a fairly good shooting team. Quinnipiac hitting 36.4% from out deep. Unfortunately for them, Drexel's defending the 3-ball pretty good, holding teams to under the Division I average at 29.6%. Drexel from 3-point range, 37.4%. They actually have the 4th best 3-ball shooting team in the country. And Quinnipiac is not good at defending it. The 2-point plays are hitting 49.5% to Quinnipiac's 53.4%. Free throw shooting, Quinnipiac 75.6%. Now, Drexel hitting 68.3%. When you dive into those, 2-foul participation, Quinnipiac's in at 48.7% of the time, 20.6% of the time. Height advantage, Drexel by over a half inch. They both go to the bench for roughly the same amount, right around 25%. As far as a lean on this one, I I definitely favor Drexel in this one as the dog. I don't see them as the dog as far as what should happen. They are on a neutral site game. Take that into consideration. Quinnipiac is not the home team, playing in their normal People's United Center. This game does take place, for everybody that doesn't know. This game is taking place in New Jersey, not too far from Philadelphia, where Drexel's from. All right, guys, they play out of the Colonial Athletic Association. They are coming off 2 straight losses to LaSalle and South Florida. They had their big win against Princeton before that. They've struggled, but they played Rutgers, Stephen F. Austin, UMBC, Temple. They definitely have had the stronger schedule of the two, and so for that, I do lean towards Drexel plus the 1.5 here. And I also think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So for that aspect, I take the over 149. Both of these teams are going to knock down many three-pointers. Now, if they are cold from out deep, then it's staying under. And that's why it's just a lean. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't like totals in college basketball that are over, taking a high over. In college basketball, if I take a total, I'm generally looking for an underplay like I did when that Duke line came out yesterday under 146. Okay, but this one, I lean towards the over as well. 2nd and 2, and now they get backed up. It's going to be 2nd and 5 or 6, or excuse me, 3rd and 5 or 6. Charlotte throws on them. They do great. They run the ball. Buffalo has an amazing run defense, holding teams down to 100 yards a game on average. I know it's early. You're trying to establish the run is what they're trying to do. I get it. They're trying to establish the run. But you don't convert here, Buffalo going to put some more points up on the board. So in a hurry. So you better convert. Bad throw. They had a touchdown right there. Bad throw. And there is a flag. The rain may be clearing out, but the wind is not. Oh, unsportsmanlike on the offense. Wow. So, we're going to jump into the next game. We're going to do SMU and Georgia, probably the marquee matchup that's going to be on the SEC network later tonight. For everybody that doesn't know, this is game number 843, 844. Yeah, it's that wind, 25-mile-an-hour winds. That's why they have to convert on 3rd down. And you got to make those catches, especially make those throws and those catches in the end zone. Toby, you need that for the over in the first. I hear you there, man. I hear you there. Charlotte's first quarter team total was over 3.5. The first half. Anybody bet the actual total on the first half? Was it 24? Don't worry, Toby. Buffalo will put up a quick touchdown for you. They've got good field position for you. All right, guys. Let's get this next game day breakdown for you. That way we can get the show on the road and get you guys on a free play. We've already been live for well over 2 hours and 20 minutes. Let me pop up what our friends over at 5 Dimes have as far as this one goes. They have SMU plus the 5 versus Georgia laying the 5. And they have a total over and under 149.5. We got another big high total in this game, guys. Get this breakdown for you guys. Line opened up Georgia laying 5. It's down between 4.5 and 5, depending on where you're looking. Total opened up at 146.5. It is up 3 points, 149.5. Although I do see 148 in a couple spots as well. Still, here in Vegas. Let's take a look at SMU, 8-1 on the year, guys. They're coming off their first loss, and it was a big loss to Georgetown. Georgetown put the beat on them, 91-74. Before that, they had wins over Jacksonville State, New Orleans, Jackson State, Evansville. They beat our running Rebels by 4, Hartford, Abilene Christian, as well as Northwestern State. All right, taking a look at Georgia, 6-3 on the year. They got wins over Western Carolina, the Citadel, Delaware State, Georgia Tech, Chaminade, as well as North Carolina Central, who they put the beat down on by almost 40 points. They've got losses against Dayton, who they lost 80-61, Michigan State, who they lost 93-58, and then Arizona State, who just put the beat down on them last Saturday, 79-59, when they traveled to out to the desert in Phoenix. Now they get SMU at home, guys. Head coach Tom Green has his Bulldogs at home this weekend, playing at the Stageman Coliseum. It holds 10,523 fans. It has a home court advantage ranking of 3.8, which actually makes it the 54th toughest place to play in all of Division I. So throw in a 2.5-point favorite for just playing in the Stageman Coliseum just by itself. All right, if this was a neutral site game, Georgia would probably only be laying 2.5 in a neutral site game. Wow, that wind just carried that ball. The field goal. I was just watching the replay again of that missed field goal. Now, when you're comparing these two teams side by side, because that's where it's best compared. Ed, damn, over 2 hours don't seem that long when you're having fun. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. That's for sure. Always love to hear that. When you're comparing these two teams side by side, first of all, you're going to see very similar numbers on offense as far as adjusted efficiency. We've got SMU ranked 57th in all of Division I based on their numbers as well as quality of opponent. Georgia, 54, all right? So very similar numbers when it comes to offense. Defense, also similar numbers, but with Georgia coming in with the better defense. SMU hitting 52.5% from the field, 51.8% for Georgia. SMU hitting 33.5% from out deep, just 29.4% for Georgia. SMU converting on their 2-point plays 53.9% of the time, but Georgia, the 12th best stat in Division I in this category, hitting an incredible 56.2%, but they struggle from the charity stripe. Georgia only hit 66.8% from the free throw line. All right. However, SMU don't put these boys on the free throw line. They're the 11th best free throw shooting team in Division I, hitting 79.1%. They rely on a total of 21.4% of their total points to be from the free throw line. It's the reason why they've got so many wins so far on the year, is they're shooting the free throw exceptionally well. Big first down for Buffalo to keep their drive going. Now, 2-foul participation. Georgia will participate 29% of the time. SMU will not at 7. All right, height advantage, believe it or not, an inch height advantage on average per player for SMU. When you're starting to take a look, big drop in the backfield by the Charlotte defense. When you're taking a look at some of the players and the keys, first of all, you take a look at Georgia, all right? You take a look at their 6'9" junior, Rashawn Hammonds, their center, guys. He splits a lot of the playing time up with a bunch of the other players. Rodney Howard comes in, gets a quarter of the playing time. Mike Peake gets some. Nigazemi gets some as well. So Rashawn Hammonds has to stay on the court in order, to have a good game. He's been in foul trouble too many times. When he's not in foul trouble, he'll pick up 30 minutes a game. All right, he'll pick up 30 minutes a game when he's not in foul trouble. He's a big key to their puzzle, especially down low. And he's also one of the teams that's actually exceptional at knocking down a free throw for Georgia, who struggles. So on the year, he went 2 of 4 against Arizona State, and they lost to Arizona State. But other than that, he went 4 of 4 against North Carolina Central, 2 of 2 against Chaminade, and 1 of 2 against Michigan. 3 of 3 against Delaware State, 3 of 4 against Western Carolina. Don't put this kid on the free throw line because he'll actually make them, especially for being a big kid. So as far as this one goes, Obviously, when you're taking a look on paper and you're looking at the numbers at SMU, yeah, they're a great team. They've got no quality wins. They have no quality, with the exception of Georgetown, who they got slaughtered by. You take a look at Georgia. Okay, they got slaughtered by Arizona State. They hung tough against Michigan State, and they got walloped by Dayton. They had wins over Georgia Tech, North Carolina Central, Delaware State. As far as this one, I see it fairly evenly matched. I think the 5 points is too much. I think they're giving Georgia too much credit for being at home. I think it's going to be a closer game than that. SMU may not win outright. I don't have a dollar on this play, but if I was going to do anything, I would be taking SMU plus the 5. As far as the total goes on this one, over and under 149.5, I lean towards the under. All right, I lean towards the under 149.5 as well. Big punt return for Charlotte. Actually, they might have made it to the 50. Oh, he's marking them down at the 52. Excuse me, the 48. The 48 of Buffalo. Big return. So, definitely lean on SMU plus a 5 as well as the under in this game as well. So, again, if you guys are new to the channel, I know we got a frozen screen, so let me fix that real quick. A huge favor, all right? Take 1 second. If you're on your mobile device, X out of the live chat. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hopefully, for everybody that bet the first quarter over, I was hoping Charlotte would throw a bomb down the field for their first play of this drive, but apparently not. So first quarter's coming to a close with a 7-0 score. 7-0 score. Buffalo leading 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Low-scoring game so far. As far as subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop a video. It doesn't matter if it's live like this or pre-recorded, you'll be notified. Also, when you're done with that, please do us a huge, big favor. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Well over 113 people here. Only 62 thumbs up. Do us a favor. Give us a big thumbs up, as well as hit that subscribe button as well. Going to get you guys on another free play. Put some money in your pocket. Going to give you guys a nice big winning day for everybody. Nice big winning day for everybody. So, with that being said, why is the line so high? First of all, you got pace of play at Georgia. Georgia pushing the pace. They're the 15th fastest team in Division I, averaging 15.1 possessions per, or 15.1 seconds per possession. So obviously they're going to have more up and downs down the court, which give obviously, a faster pace of play leads to more points. They also participate in the 2-foul participation protocol 30% of the time, which will give SMU a lot more easy opportunities down low if the kids from Georgia are out there with 2 fouls during the first quarter, because they're definitely not going to be risking a sloppy foul in the first half. Also, the 3-ball capabilities of SMU and the point distribution. SMU relies on almost 30% of all their total points to come from the 3-point range, all right? As well as the free throws. They hit 79% of their free throws, and they rely on 21% of their total points to come from the free throw line. So all those aspects totaled into one, generally speaking, are going to give you a higher total than if it was a slower pace of play than like a Virginia game, then you're going to have a lower total. Ricky Lee, thank you, sir. I do appreciate that. You're welcome there, Mr. Thomas. As far as free play goes, time to get you guys on a nice free play. Hopefully this one hits for everybody. And again, guys, don't forget NFL Game of the Year goes down Sunday, guaranteed Saturday, on sale $50 tomorrow. Don't forget our bowl package. All right, our football bowl package. The bowl package officially starts tomorrow. For it, when you sign up for the bowl package, you're going to get a minimum of 20 bowl games. You're going to also get a 70% or better success rate guarantee. We go 70% or better, or you get a week of premium plays free. You're also going to get 2 days of our private soccer club. We have a soccer play that just started. You're also going to get 3 days of our prop package for free. And you'll also, if you buy it today, before tonight, you'll get that Big Max Fight Pick free. It's $199. Mike Butler says, give you 2. It's the holidays. I did. Our daily free play video is already out there with a free play in it. So that is 1, and here is another. And if you take the leans, which we've been red hot on, there's 6 more for you as well. So, with that being said, free play time. And remember, when I'm giving you guys a free play, I'm literally taking it out of one of our packages. So if we go 2-1 on the day, I hope one of the 2 that we win is the one that I give you guys for free. But honestly, I think we go a nice big 3-0 and sweep the board today. So, free play today, guys. I'm going to get it up on the screen for you guys as well. There it is up on the screen. Free premium play in the football game. Big play on Kent State plus the 7. Taking the dog. Nick, plenty of time. Plenty of time for scores if you need the over. Right? Plenty of time. No need to stress. No need to stress. Both these teams are just figuring out each other. They'll put up points. They'll put up points. They're figuring out the weather and the air game and the kick game and all of that stuff. So, free premium play, Kent State plus the 7. All right, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. For everybody that doesn't know, we'll be live right back here tomorrow. When your other handicapper is sleeping, hungover, and not doing his job, we will be live breaking down all of Saturday's action. We're going to try and touch all 3 NFL football games as well as all the bowl games tomorrow. So it's going to be a very busy Saturday. We'll be live Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Don't forget, Guaranteed Saturday is going to be posted here shortly. Remember, the UFC, it goes down tonight. UFC is tonight. All right, guys? It goes down at 2 a.m. on the East Coast, 11 p.m. here on the West Coast. It is a late night affair. A late night affair in the UFC. And remember, you can get FC's UFC card for just $15 this week. Killer deal, folks. It's a guaranteed max fight pick. He's won 8 straight. He actually has not lost one in, I think, 10 events now, or it might be 11 because there was a couple events where he did not have a max fight pick. So, again, guys, UFC red hot. Get the card on sale for Christmas special for just $15, as well as the max fight pick tonight. So don't miss out, guys. It's going to be a great time in the UFC tonight. And we're going to be making money when we sleep. Making money when we sleep. That sounds good, doesn't it? Say that again, folks. You guys say it yourself. And if you want a free UFC fight pick, here you go. Here you go. Click on that link. Go to our website. Get signed up. It's 100% free. No purchase required. Let's see what Charlotte does on 4th down here to keep the drive going. Or they use their shabby kicker and try and back Buffalo up. Hopefully they go for it. Ed, you're very welcome. Going for it on 4th and 1. 4th and a long one. With 2 in the backfield. And he is dropped in the backfield. 4th and 1, turnover on downs, Buffalo ball. Charlotte trying to run up the middle, and not a chance. All right, guys, good luck today. Let's make a boatload of money. Let's have a great time. And don't forget, guys, Guaranteed Saturday is on sale. $50, $50, $50. And again, the bowl package. You don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. And again, we do have that special. They're going to keep it up all weekend long, or at least until tonight or tomorrow. A week of premium plays or my personal plays. Guaranteed Saturday, the game of the year. And since they just took off the package to get access to my game of the week, you'll get next week's game of the week free if you purchase it after this. So that's a killer deal right there as well. So good luck, guys. Let's make some money, and we will see everybody back live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Take it easy, guys. Good luck, and have a great day. Don't do anything stupid. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.